right, we are live. So, everyone that's joining, thank you for checking in on this episode of Project Assemble. This week, we're going to be bringing back our own Marvel movie franchises, starting with my Phase 4. So, I'm going to be presenting my Phase 4, but it's going to be very exciting. So, how are you doing today?
Not too bad. We've got a sick child in the house now, so we're trying to keep an eye on her and make sure she's not just being blessed. So and try not to catch it as well, because
Yeah,
I do not need to get bleeding a cold or anything this time of the year. I just know we've
yeah,
got
for sure.
coming up coming up next week. We're going to her first concert at the O2 in Leicester and that lot. So I can't wait, and I'm trying to not be sick for it. So well looking forward to that. How about you, my friend?
Yeah, doing well. I'm very excited to get into this because I've been crafting it for the past, I guess, week or 2 weeks. So I'm still in the development phase of my later ones because we're doing 4, 5, and 6. But I've got 4 and 5 pretty much done, and 6 I'm in the middle of. So we'll be unveiling those later on. But today it's going to be my phase 4, and yeah, if you hadn't already seen on my Twitter profile, I posted what the poll won for this saga. So the name of this saga, which I'll get to, is the NEXUS Saga. So you'll start to see, I guess, little seeds of what that could mean and who's behind the meaning of that word. So before we get
Well
into
looking
it,
forward
though,
to that.
yeah, it's gonna be awesome. So before we get into that, we'll go through the icebreaker question, and that is so it's like almost a year since Spider-Man 2 came out. So what do you think, as of now, is the best Marvel game that you've played?
Oh, see, that's a tough one. That is
We may have already
because right,
discussed this, but
well, yeah,
time has passed.
this that's a tough one because if we're going for straight up story and like the cinematic of the game and stuff like that sort of thing, I would have to say Spider-Man 2 because it's just such a well done game.
Yeah.
It's just the storytelling is absolutely fantastic and it just flows in really nicely and it's got so much scope for it to do and just so much more story to tell. Um, but if we're going like fighting games and stuff, I love Marvel vs. Capcom 3. That game is just absolutely just Fate to Two Worlds, 3 on 3. The characters you've got in it, the the damage and just it's so good. I love playing Deadpool in that as well. Now, lot. But yeah, story driven wise, it's definitely got to be Spider Man 2 in that lot. But if they ever did a remaster or just like an updated version of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance, where
Oh
they've
yeah.
retold the story of Civil War in that game, if they ever did an updated version of that, I'd love it. Because I tried Ultimate Alliance 3 on the Switch, and it just wasn't the same. It just
Yeah, the Switch isn't capable of really handling those AAA type games. Like even like when Mortal Kombat 1 came out, and they did the graphics comparison between PS5, Xbox, and Nintendo Switch, it's like I don't know how like it's able to run it because the graphics are really really bad. Um,
it is.
so yeah, it would be cool if they come out with a new one that can handle those types of
Yeah.
games, but at this point, it's pretty much a PlayStation or Xbox exclusive game. So yeah,
Oh,
those are great
massively.
though.
Mm.
For me, I think it's pretty obvious that I'm gonna have to go with either Spider-Man PS4 or Spider-Man 2. Um, like like I said, it's almost a year ago since Spider-Man 2 came out, and I grinded that game in 3 days. I was like non-stop playing that game, and it was a really awesome experience doing that for the first time. All the surprises in it, and just the story in general, like that is a really good Spider-Man story.
Oh yeah.
Even the first game, like playing that the first time too, still remember like coming home from school, and then my dad came home with the game on the day it came out, and I just played it like for like I don't know 3 or 4 hours that night.
Yeah.
Um, just the feeling of being able to swing around the city and fight all the criminals around, and you know, save the day. It was awesome. So those two games, I think, are some of the best experiences I've had playing just any video game. And
Oh yeah, massively.
like, it's insane how well made they are, and hopefully we get something that's coming to Spider-Man 2 soon, because I saw something that there was a rumor that they aren't developing anything more for Spider-Man 2. Like, they're not planning any kind of DLC apparently.
Oh, come off it.
Yeah, I hope that's not true, but that's what I saw. So hopefully that is not the case.
Well, surely they've got to have
I-
more, because you had sneak peeks of Carnage, you had sneak peeks of Chameleon. You've
Yeah.
done loads of stuff in that lot, so why? Oh,
Yeah, I don't understand, but hopefully they can realize that fans are going to keep demanding it.
oh yeah, massively.
Because, you know, like, there's people online, every time they even post like it's this day, or like we're celebrating this, they're like, where's the Spider-Man 2 DLC?
Yeah,
They're doing that all the time. So hopefully that's all good and they can actually, you know, progressively add to the game. But
yeah, surely.
right now it doesn't look like that's the case. So
The first one had what, 4 DLCs? You had Hammerhead,
Yeah.
Silver Sable.
there was the Black Cat
Can't remember
one.
the two.
There was
Oh, Black Cat as well.
the Hammerhead and Silver Sable one. So there were 3. So
I can't think. Oh, is it just the 3?
yeah,
Oh yeah.
but
Yeah, so you had
had a lot.
them. So exactly, if you can do 3 for the first one, surely you can do 3 more for the sodding second one. Surely.
yeah. Well, we'll see what happens with that, but hopefully they can
Touch
do
wood.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping this works because something happened and I had to reset the thing I've got. So hopefully that stays okay. But we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna start unveiling my Phase 4. So if anyone's watching on Marvel Mad's end, I have something I'm sharing on my screen. So if you wanted to see it, you could switch over, but I'll still be explaining and you could still hear what the projects are. So I'll switch my screen over to this. Okay. You should be able to see my presentation on the website that you joined this in. So, okay, that should be working. So I'm going to tune into my Kevin Feige mode again. All right, so let's get to it. So this is the Phase 4 of my Marvel movie franchise. So the main idea of this franchise is the heroes are carrying on their lives after Doctor Doom's cataclysmic cosmic interference from Phase 1 to 3, which culminated with Doom War Part 1 and Doom War Part 2. So while the universe remains safe, things have certainly changed on Earth-616, some worse than others. With the growing presence of a new being manipulating the outcome of numerous events, the story will take a very ambitious turn as the heroes discover they are in the hands of someone more powerful than they could ever imagine. So it's teasing someone that is bigger than Doom, which is kind of a big deal if Doom was already a big deal in the first one. So like I said, this is the start to the NEXUS Saga. Come on. There we go. So the NEXUS Saga. So you got purple and green in there. Might give you a hint.
I've got a thought, but I'm not 100% sure now. Like, there's
Okay.
two. There's two, but
All right, so we'll get the roadmap up. So kicking off Phase 4, as Kevin Feige likes to say it, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. So the villains in this are Scorpion, Shocker, and a Lizard.
oh, nice.
So the plot, Peter Parker faces new challenges in a world slowly recovering from Doom War. He has reconciled with Gwen, and he continues his studies with a mentorship under Dr. Kurt Connors, who is experimenting with lizard DNA to develop biomutations. Things quickly go wrong when the Lizard appears, and mercenaries Scorpion and Shocker are hired to take down the wall crawler after an unknown figure comes into the picture. As Peter grapples with the escalating chaos, Harry Osborn returns after a long absence, bringing Norman Osborn back into Peter's life. As the web of threats tightens, Peter must confront both familiar and evolving dangers, setting the stage for future confrontations. So, eventually the lizard is subdued. He's able to cure Connors, and basically, he brings him somewhere so he can get help with his condition. Scorpion and Shocker are defeated and thrown into the raft. Peter doesn't know who hired them, but they tell him that he won't be able to escape the employer. And the post-credit scene. So Norman Osborn looks outside of Oscorp Tower. Harry enters the room to tell him that he's going to bed, and Norman ignores him. Harry turns away in frustration and slams the door. Norman turns to his desk, and he pushes a button underneath the tabletop. A compartment pops open on the side of the desk, which reveals a vial of green liquid next to 3 prototype pumpkin grenades. He picks up the vial and walks towards a glass case at the side of his office containing a sinister green mask. You can't crawl forever, Spider-Man. Cut to black.
Oh, shit. Nice.
So that
Very
is
nice.
the kickstart to Phase 4, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. So what do you think of that?
Yeah, I like that. That is really nice. I totally forgot that you'd never actually introduced Osborn
Yeah.
in the other. That is nice.
It was mostly Fisk based in Phase 2, I think I introduced him, and then Phase 3, so...
Yeah.
This is tapping into the more traditional Spider-Man story.
That is nice. That is really, really nice. I like that. Just anything with Norman Osborn, and it just teasing that sort of side of him, just to come out like that. Such a nice way of doing it. And again, I had the Scorpion in my Phase 2, I think I did.
I know you had it in one of them.
Matt Gargan. Yeah, Matt Gargan went to, because he become my Venom in the end.
Yeah, that was a huge left turn on that one.
But yeah, I'd say anything with Scorpion as well now. Like, he's just such a good character, and it's something you'd love to see him in the live action. And that sort of. I know it'd be a daft sort of costume to have and that lot, but
yeah. Well,
and right.
The games made it good. Like they got it with the high tech kind of like mech suit kind of thing. But in the comics, it was a guy that was literally in like a skin tight suit with a tail. That was really it.
But which lizard would you have there? Would you have it as like the ultimate lizard, where he's a massive giant lizard thing like in a game?
Oh no, this is
like
have it as... This is like almost like dinosaur. Like this is the huge lizard instead of like Amazing Spider-Man, where he's like flat face and he's just tall. Yeah. He's got like the full on like mouth. He's got the lab coat on. It's all like ripped.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. That's how you do it. And he's got like the spikes coming out of his back all the way down his tail.
Yes.
Yeah. This is like a true lizard.
It was like how he was at when he first took the serum in Spider-Man 2 as well, isn't it? Because he starts off in the lab coat and that as well, doesn't he? Yeah. Yes, that's how you do the lizard.
Exactly.
I like to hear.
Because the No Way Home could have changed how he looked, because there's concept of it. There's concept art, but they didn't. So, I don't know. Hopefully we see it one day in live action.
Do you think they kept it as how he was because it was a representative of him from that film?
Yeah, I think if they changed it, people would have been like, oh, this is a new one with the same voice actor, but they had to keep it very similar, so you knew it was the same one. Because even Electro, like, Jamie Foxx plays him, but they changed how he looks, but you still know it's Jamie Foxx.
Oh,
so, yeah, so that's the first one.
Nice.
All right, I hope this works, because I saw it tap out again while we were talking, so... The next project we have is Captain America and the Falcon. The villain in this one, Taskmaster.
Oh, okay.
So so the plot Steve Rogers teams up with Sam Wilson, the Falcon, as they face the deadly Taskmaster, a master strategist with the ability to mimic the fighting styles of any opponent. In this grounded high-stakes mission, Captain America and Falcon must outwit Taskmaster's relentless attacks while uncovering a deeper conspiracy that will ripple through the Avengers' future. As the two heroes forge a new alliance, the stakes grow ever higher, setting the stage for an impending larger conflict. So it will be revealed that Taskmaster is trying to assassinate the President of the United States so that a higher power can rise and take control of, the country and the government. So Captain America and the Falcon have to stop him from doing that. Taskmaster has ties to a larger organization that's trying to take over the government and throw it into chaos, but Taskmaster escapes. So people die, like a lot of political people die, but they aren't able to capture Taskmaster before he can get away. So the post-credit scene, I'm very curious to see what you think of this. Taskmaster walks up to an office room in a New York skyscraper. A chair is turned around with the back facing Taskmaster, and a man is sitting in it. Taskmaster says, "I'm afraid our friend has found a companion, sir. The job is not done." The man in the chair reaches for a glass of whiskey. "Not to worry. The plan has contingencies, and luckily, we are prepared to take it a step further." He stands up as Taskmaster watches. The window reflects a red face as he walks to observe the city. A Hydra cufflink is seen on his wrist as he raises his glass. No mercy.
Oh, it's my boy!
That's
shit.
Captain America and the Falcon.
Oh, so good. That is so nice. That I think that's one thing I failed to do properly is the team up with Falcon and Captain America in my phases. So that's so nice.
Yeah, so this is definitely kickstarting something that will lead to something big coming soon. So I'll just leave it at that for now.
So good. I love Red Skull. Yeah.
Now you might be wondering why he's there, because obviously it's been 80 years since World War II, and he should be dead, but
yeah,
we'll find out soon why he is there.
Nice.
So the next one we have is Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, okay.
The villain in this one is the Stranger. He's a more obscure classic Marvel villain, but you'd probably know him if you saw him.
Okay.
So the Guardians face a cosmic
threat. While you're doing that.
Sorry?
I'm going to have a look while you're doing that. I've never heard of the Stranger.
So the Guardians
I'll recognise him.
You do?
No, I'll recognise him if I see him then.
Yeah, you should. You should. If you've seen like the classic Marvel, panels and stuff like that. He hasn't been in much, but he has like a somewhat recognizable look.
Load up. Okay.
Yeah, he's basically just a guy in a
red suit sort of thing. Okay.
Yeah, so the plot in this one, the Guardians face a cosmic threat unlike any other as the Stranger, a powerful entity who begins experimenting on species across the galaxy, trying to reshape them to meet the Celestials' mysterious criteria. When entire populations are deemed unworthy and face annihilation, the Guardians must race against time to stop the Stranger's ruthless experiments and save countless worlds from extinction. In this high-stakes adventure, the fate of entire species lies in the hands of the galaxy's most unlikely heroes. So just to rehash who's on this team, there's Star-Lord, there's Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, Phyla-Vell, Cosmo, and Adam Warlock, who joined the team in Phase 3.
Yeah.
So the Stranger is defeated by the Guardians after Adam and Star-Lord are able to find a way to combine their cosmic powers, because Star-Lord is part celestial, and
Yeah.
he has some underlying powers, so they're able to kill the stranger, and the galaxy is saved from the stranger's threat. But that's not without having to have had certain species be extinct, because they had to find a way along trying to kill him. So they have a sense of guilt that they let places die because they weren't able to stop him.
Nice.
So for the post-credit scene, the Guardians are regrouping on their ship when they run into the Silver Surfer, who informs them that he needs their help. He has received word from Galactus that after Doom's cosmic power was returned to their respective places of origin, a signal from outside the stream of time and space was detected. The Guardians agreed to help the Surfer investigate.
Oh,
So that's
I don't know whether it's the one I'm thinking of now. Who the big boy is going to be? I don't know now. You've thrown me off a bit now.
I dropped
two.
two very important words in there.
The time thing. Oh, okay.
So yeah, that is
I'm
Guardians
really,
2.
That's nice. That is really nice. That lot. They've not seen Silver Surfer yet, have they?
They would have in Doom War.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah, that was when all of them came together, but
Yeah.
now they've gone off because everything's fixed. But because Doom obviously had a ripple effect across the universe when his cosmic power was taken, or he took it and then it was brought back to where it came from. Things changed, so that's what this thing is kind of causing.
Nice. I like the sound of that. That looks really. Do you think we'll ever have a team like that in the MCU? Now Peter's supposed to gone on his own, and this Rocket basically leading them.
Yeah, like Gamora's gone, Drax is gone, Groot is still there. But yeah, at the end of Guardians 3, there's Rocket, there's Phyla-Vell, there's Cosmo.
Adam Warlock.
Yeah, Adam Warlock, and then was it Kraglин's only the other one. But there's so many other characters they could add to that if they did another one. But hopefully we get a more I guess obscure Guardians team, because at the time that was the obscure team, and now everyone knows who they are.
Yeah.
But they've got so many other characters that were on the team that they could bring into it, but who knows if they still have plans for those characters.
And as soon as James Gunn sort of left, it just sort of it just seems to me anyway that the Guardians have just been like, well, yeah, they're done now. That's,
like you're just going to assume they're off doing their own adventures and saving the galaxy, I guess. But yeah, it would be nice if we got to see more of them and actually get to see Adam Warlock become a true Adam Warlock. But
yeah,
at this point, I don't know. All right, so we'll move to the next one. Movie number 4 is Thor: God of Thunder.
Oh.
So it's been a while since there was a Thor movie, since Phase 1, but this one is actually pretty cool. So the villains in this one are Hela and Ares.
Ooh.
Yeah.
My boy.
So Ares, I think you had him in yours, right? So he
Something big happened to my Ares as well.
That's right. Yeah. So he hasn't been in a lot, but he is a huge deal, especially for the gods. So the plot of this one is Thor faces a dual threat as Hela, the goddess of death, returns to seek vengeance, enlisting the help of Ares, the god of war. So as Thor struggles to defend the 9 realms from these divine forces, he encounters Beta Ray Bill, a powerful warrior destined to aid him in the battle. Together they confront Hela and Ares in a cataclysmic showdown that will decide the fate of the realms and set Thor and Beta Ray Bill on a new path to safeguard the cosmos. So eventually Hela is defeated, but she's imprisoned in the Asgardian dungeon and sealed away forever. So underneath all of Asgard, she's just
come on, forever. Come on. Is it forever? Come on.
I'm not going to say anything. But Ares escapes. So Ares has gone away. But Thor and Beta Ray Bill partner up to protect the Nine Realms from any other threats that dare touch them. So they've established their partnership, and they're going to defend the Nine Realms and, travel the cosmos and see if there's anywhere they can help. Because Reed Richards put Thor on that task in Phase 1 to kind of look for who was behind the cosmic targeting, but he's still continuing that. He's just looking out for the galaxy and universe and all that. So the post-credit scene for this, Ares passes by Earth and receives a mind signal from the Enchantress, who was locked away in the raft after the events of Mighty Avengers in Phase 3. She requests that he help her escape, but takes it one step further. Why only break you out when I can break everyone out? And that's where that is left.
Oh, that's so nice.
So there is a storyline that I don't know if you've heard. I'm not going to drop the name in case it gives it away, but something happens with the raft and the heroes, and there's a huge thing that goes on with that. It's a more recent, I guess, storyline. Like, I'd say late 2000s, early 2010s, I think.
I might have seen some of them. It doesn't familiarise myself off the top of my head, but...
Okay. Well, when we get to Phase 6, you'll know.
Oh, damn. But no, I like that. I'm hoping with the introduction of Hercules, you do get the introduction of Ares as well.
So Hercules was in the Avengers, so now you have to have Ares in this.
Yeah, it's just such a good character that Ares is now, right? And he's just like one of them badasses as well. And having Beta Ray Bill as well. I love Beta Ray Bill. He's such a cool character as well. Like, he's definitely, you're going to have him with his little gold hammer as well. You've got to have him with the
Stormbreaker,
yeah. I'd love to see him come into the MCU as well.
I hope he does. I hope he takes over for Thor, because Thor is ruined now. So I hope he can take over, or they find a way to bring Jane back, because I think both of them would be good.
100% I'd have Jane all day long now.
Yeah.
I think it was a bit of a crap, well, not crap wave, because it worked storyline wise, but having her as the main Thor would have been so cool.
Yeah.
So much better in that sort of thing. But no, I love Beta Ray Bill. Absolutely love Beta Ray Bill. Well, you see his head, don't you?
Yeah.
And the side of the thing he's building. But
that was either just an Easter egg or he actually exists in that universe. Yeah. So it's something that, like, obviously recently they've teased things that have never even come close to being on the screen. So who knows at this point? But they're going to tap into in the past and what they're setting up now. So we'll see. So my next one, number 5, is The Astonishing X-Men.
Ooh.
So this one's really exciting. It's completely different from any other X-Men story that we've seen. So the villain in this one is Sauron.
The hell?
You don't know who that is? Look up Sauron Marvel.
Sauron? Go on,
how
do you spell it?
Sauron. Not the Lord of the Rings Sauron, but the Marvel one.
Oh, there's what would you call it?
The pterodactyl.
The dinosaur looking pterodactyl, that's the one. Oh, okay.
Okay, so that kind of teases what this could be.
Yeah.
So the plot of this one, the X-Men must journey to the untamed Savage Land to stop the villainous Sauron from unleashing his genetically engineered species, the Brood, upon the world. So the Brood are big X-Men creatures that have caused issues for them, so I'm tying it into this. As they navigate this wild and dangerous territory, they team up with Khazar and Shana.
Khazar.
Yeah. local protectors of the Savage Land to prevent the brood from escaping and wreaking havoc across the globe. In a race against time, the X-Men must thwart Sauron's twisted plans before his creation consumes everything in its path. So eventually, the Savage Land comes to life, and it's revealed it's actually Krakoa.
What's that?
It's a mutant island that is like an island that is alive. So the
Okay.
X-Men end up using that as their home base eventually down the line in the comics.
Okay.
Sauron...
Oh, so it's not like Genosha then.
No. This is like a living island that's also like a mutant thing.
Oh, okay.
But going into that, they didn't know that. It just comes to life, and they're like, "What is this?" And it ends up being Krakoa. So Sauron is killed, and the brood are eradicated. The X-Men swear to protect Krakoa from any other threats, and they will aid the native tribe if they need their help. So Khazar and Shauna remain with their tribe and, still remain on Krakoa. But it's not known as the Savage Land anymore. It's now known as Krakoa. For the post-credits scene, Magneto sits in front of a giant monitor as he sees the broadcast with Bolivar Trask discussing his Sentinel program, created to detect mutants and terminate them. In fear, he turns to see Mystique enter the room. "We must find Charles. We can't wait any longer."
Oh,
So
you can't be.
that is the Astonishing X-Men.
That's nice. You can't be a good Sentinel thrown in there as well. That's such a nice thing at the end. That's brilliant. And the Savage Lands. I had my Savage Lands. It was only a snippet, but obviously it was very much a big player in Secret Invasion.
Yeah.
So that I really liked seeing that, as well as Khazar. It's just
Because those are characters that
nice.
haven't really been in anything, so
no.
I thought that would be a nice opportunity to bring them into the Savage Land and end up having them be a native tribe of Krakoa in the end.
I'm going to say a sneak peek behind my Phase 4, 5, and 6. I was trying to get Khazar and the Savage Land involved more, but I've never really read any of them stories.
I haven't either.
No. Oh, haven't you?
No, I just know that they are from the Savage Land, and they're like protectors of it, basically. But
Yeah.
I put a little twist on it and made it Krakoa in the end. So maybe that teases they might be mutants, or they're just people that happen to be on Krakoa.
Oh, okay.
But all the dinosaurs are still there and all that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see. In my Savage Lands, you had a T-Rex running through the thing, didn't you?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'd say I've wanted to try and get them into my phasing that up. I can never really find a story or a link that would make sense. And so I don't know. Your brain works just far better than bleeding mine. You can make stories like those, or just beyond me. So it's nice to see them on the a story page and brought to life with other ones as well. That's so cool, so nice.
Yeah, so they may come back at a certain point, but as of now, they're just left alone on the island. But the X-Men have committed to come back if they need them. So,
Nice.
The final movie of Phase 4. We're kind of flying through this, actually.
I know, yeah. I'm surprised how quick we've gone through it now. I wish I had my bleeding face for bleeding already for you now. I feel a bit guilty.
So yeah, the final movie of Phase 4, The Avengers Code Red.
Oh, okay. Oh.
The villains in this one, Red Skull. So, the Avengers face the resurgence of one of the world's most dangerous threats as the Red Skull emerges from the shadows, having secretly rebuilt Hydra over the years, now known as Shadow Hydra. The Taskmaster, with Taskmaster, Crossbones, Sin, and Madam Hydra at his side, Red Skull threatens to unleash a deadly bioweapon on Washington, D.C., capable of suffocating anyone who breathes it. The Avengers race against time to stop Shadow Hydra's reign of terror before the capital falls and the world is plunged into chaos. So to rehash who's on this Avengers team, we have Iron Man, Captain America, Ant-Man, the Hank Pym version, Wasp, Janet Van Dyne, Hulk, Wonder Man, Hawkeye, Black Widow, She-Hulk, Mockingbird, Hercules, Marvel, and now Falcon. So this is like a pretty high stakes situation they're in because obviously the Red Skull is going to unleash this weapon that will suffocate literally everyone in Washington, D.C. So the Avengers defeat Shadow Hydra. Red Skull is killed again.
Damn.
Along with all the knowledge that would continue building Hydra for years to come. So he had really deep plans to build Hydra even further than where it is. But the Avengers lose Ant-Man and Mockingbird in the fight.
Shit.
So you have to have some stakes in there. So Ant-Man and Mockingbird are killed, and at a certain point, Captain America is like, this makes no sense. I killed the Red Skull in World War II. So how is he back? So the post-credit scene now. We see the Avengers regrouping at Avengers Mansion. The camera pulls out to reveal someone watching this exact moment on a projected hologram in an ethereal environment. The figure clenches their fists and stands from their high-tech throne in rage. We see the bottom of their face, a blue skin-tight mask covers it, and a purple helmet surrounds their head. Soon, Avengers, you will lose much more. You will lose everything. Every time.
It's the other one then. Okay, yeah, right.
So I'm not going to drop the name yet, but that gives you an idea and a description of who might be behind all this.
Oh, so nice. I'll ask you off camera because there's somebody else that I thought it was going to be, but I won't spoil that. I'll ask you off camera because I can't remember if you had him in the other phases. You might have done, but I'm not too sure. But that's nice.
Yeah,
that is really, really nice.
This particular person will not be fully revealed now, but they will be later on. So, yeah, you'll have to tune into maybe the next one or the one after that to find out who this person is. But it gives you a good tease at who it might be.
Oh, so nice. That's so good, that is. I love that. I was not expecting you to kill Red Skull off at all. I really weren't. With him being killed off, was that intentional or was it like an accidental death sort of thing?
No, this is intentional because they know if...
Oh, they all went to... Oh, okay.
If he was kept alive, like, then his knowledge of Hydra would be passed on, and like his team is defeated as well. They're put in the raft, but if he himself was kept alive, he's got plans for really bad things coming. So they realize that that's the measure they have to take in order to protect the world in that way. So the bioweapon isn't released in the same way that his plan was,
intentionally
intended, but it does kill a lot of people. And kind of throws the government into a state of
emergency chaos sort of thing.
It's not in a stable condition right now. Like, it's very messy, and the whole country is kind of divided at this point. So that's where the world is at when this figure is tapping into witnessing all this. And soon you'll realize why he is watching them. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ooh.
So he's not just like watching it as if it's a TV show and he doesn't have his popcorn. He's just throwing the popcorn in. It's he's doing this for a reason, and it's very exciting because it taps into something much bigger than these heroes realize.
Damn, that's nice. Knowing who it is, I cannot wait for you to bring what else you got in store with him now. Because, dear Lord, I wasn't expecting you to kill off Ant-Man and
Mockingbird.
Mockingbird as well. I was not expecting you to kill them off at all, that lot. And, yeah, still at last. I'm presuming they sure that that's got to have ramifications later down the line then. Surely.
Maybe.
Oh! Shit.
I don't know to what extent you're thinking of, but things happen in Phase 5 that kind of determine something else.
Shit, that's nice.
So yeah, that is Phase
I don't know.
4 of the NEXUS Saga.
I don't know how you do it sometimes. I really don't. How you can interlock and tell them stories just beyond me. Absolute beyond me in that lot. That's just so good. That's so good in that lot. Yeah. I like that. I would definitely, if that was like the next phase for the MCU, I'd 100% watch them all day long now, sort of thing. Because it looks so bleeding cool.
Like,
So nice.
you've got Spider-Man's kind of on his own, doing his own story. You've got the Guardians kind of investigating something the Silver Surfer has found. And you've got Captain America and, well, I guess the X-Men are kind of on their own mission as well, with the Sentinels coming into it. But at a certain point, all of it's going to come together, and it's going to explode in their faces. Yeah, so I can't wait to show Phase 5.
So nice.
Phase 5 really shows where this is headed, but yeah, Phase 6 I'm in the middle of developing, and it's really picking up where I'm at. I'm like, I think I'm 4 or 5 into it, so yeah, it's gonna be cool. But this is following the same template as our last one, so this will be 6 in Phase 4, 6 in Phase 5, and then 12 in Phase 6.
Yeah.
So yeah, so yours will be after this then,
yes,
right?
So mine won't be next week because I've got bleeding work priorities now, so I'll go and work and help them out, sort of thing. But the week after, it will be my Phase 4, and I'm looking forward to showing you where my Avengers come from after Siege and everything, and what's happening now, sort of thing, with a few other teams sprouting up that I did reference in my phases 2 and 3, and I don't want to say it because I'm really looking forward to your like reaction to it. But yeah, there's some. It's not going to connect. Right, I'll tell you now, it's not going to connect up as well as yours. There might be some films you might think are a bit filler, but the overarching thing that's going to happen at the end is going to be like, oh boy, which I'm quite proud of. And it's a story, like I say, mine as well. Again, how I did it in my phases 1, 2, and 3 is going to be all comics that I've like read, and I end like joining up together, sort of thing. How I'm going to connect this, and it'll be like some of them already had their origin story, but you have a couple more origin stories still in this. It won't be many, but there is some more origin stories, sort of thing.
Okay.
Which I'm quite looking forward to. And I say, how I did for Phase 1, 2, and 3, there was an overarching thing in the background, which obviously the Dark Avengers and everything, but there'll be just a being in my 4, 5, and 6. It's just a being. I can just hint out there for my 4, 5, and 6 now. So yeah, I'm looking
very
forward
curious to see who that is, because for like it was looking like it could have easily been like we're tackling the same person, but now it sounds like it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
So I'm very curious to see who that could be.
I don't want to say, but your person might not appear until 7, 8, and 9. maybe.
Okay. So yeah, if we
From
continued, then maybe.
yeah. Well, like I said as well, like off the behind the curtain sort of thing is when we was talking about redoing this like again. I didn't realize it was like nearly a year since we did the first original ones that lot,
Yeah.
because obviously did it in December and January. So it may be, if like people are watching and enjoying it so much, it might be a running yearly thing. Like at the end of each year, we'll crack out some more faces and bring out some more creative juices in their heads.
Yeah.
But
So that could be really exciting, and really like at a certain point, we might get to the point where it's like we've done all we can with these people and the characters we can introduce, but
we'll
like
have to have a soft reboot.
yeah, exactly, a whole Secret War situation. But yeah, that would be fun to keep doing that.
Definitely, honestly, and say yeah. How you come up with these stories and that is beyond me. I really don't know how you do it. I told you, he in Project Assemble Land and Marvel on the internet. Nate is our Kevin Feige. Some of the things he's come up with as well, he has been damn right on a load of them as well, sort of thing.
Yeah.
So he's been watching. They have been watching. They know we got some eyes on you, my friend. But no, yeah, I did enjoy that, and I'm just putting my finishing touches to my phase 4. I'm halfway through phase 5,
Okay.
and I'm trying to how you do your synopsis and like round it off. I'm trying to get better at that.
Okay.
Because how I did my phase 1, 2, and 3 is I literally just ran through the story and like, described what happened, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm trying to. You've tried to up my. With how good you are, I'm trying to up my game to try and match you, sort of thing. So
Okay.
yeah, my synopsis to trying to be more rounded out for you.
Did you rewatch all the other ones to kind of catch you up to speed on where you were at?
I rewatched them, looking through my notes and everything, and making other notes for some certain teams and people that's going to come back.
Okay.
And I noticed how I just ran through it, sort of thing, and literally gave you in scene 1 and in scene 2 and in scene 3 sort of thing. I'm going to lay off that as a tad and be a bit more rounded off, sort of thing.
Okay.
But I still have the post credit. I've still got a couple of post credit scenes and some stuff like that. But I'm not going to go as heavy handed this time because they're already laid out. They're already set there, sort of thing. Because like in some of them, I had like 2 or 3 post credit scenes. A lot of these, it's just going to be one. It's not going to be a 3-hour film. It should be a nice little post credit scene to be alright, sort of thing.
Yeah, all of mine have one.
Yeah.
But I have to say, because not that I didn't know where this was going to end up at the end, but with Doctor Doom in the first saga, I had a very, very clear idea of where I wanted things to go. And that made the post-credit scenes a bit easier in trying to link things together. But I have to say, doing it this time, it's a little difficult. I still know where I want it to go, but like tying all the different, like it's a lot of sequels and there's some origins, but tying it all together and getting it to the point I want it to without getting into spoilers, it's kind of tricky. I'll just say that.
Yeah, massively. Like I said, with my phase 1, 2, and 3, I knew the Dark Avengers were going to be in it, and the whole thing at the end of that saga for the Dark Avengers, I wanted that was going to be my first 1, 2, and 3. This time around, again, I know my end goal. I know my end thing, film and target I want to get at, but trying to like connect all the stories together in that lot and make a bit more continuity, and the people that I'd missed out in the first 3 phases, I want to try and bring them back and really solidify. No, I've not forgot about them. They're coming back. They're going to be a bit more important players, important role. I want to go from there, sort of thing. But yeah, I'm looking forward to showing you, because you might have even forgot about some people that I'd mentioned in the first 2 or 3 phases and that lot. So yeah, okay. I'm looking forward to showing you that lot.
Yeah, I'll have to go back and rewatch them because I haven't done that for a very long time. So I'll have to catch myself up to speed with what you introduced and all that.
I as I was doing it, I went through my notes and I was like, how did I forget about this person? And I looked when I went watched the videos again. I'm like, you bleeding tit! You just literally you mentioned them for like one film, and then you just left them. I was like, oh, I got so frustrated with myself watching the videos again. I was like, you tit! It's there.
Well,
That person's there ready. That person's there ready.
I kind of did that with Thor because Thor was in phase 1, and he was kind of off to the side all the way until like late in phase 3, and then I brought him back in this one. So he's a character that it's like he has a lot of ties to things, but with what I'm trying to do, he's kind of an anomaly. Like he can tie into it some way, but he's mostly oriented to another kind of, face of the Marvel universe. So yeah. But there's other characters that have great ties to where I'm headed, and I'll just say the start to phase 5 will kind of tease what could be happening. I'm just scrolling through it right now, and there's a lot of very different ones. I'll just say that there's a lot of very different projects in phase 5. One I'm sure you would not guess at all.
Oh really?
Yeah, it's very specific.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Well, just saying that, I did throw you off with some of my villains and stuff in my first 3 phases.
Yeah.
Now, like Malin and the creature from Cosmos. Now, like you literally
that was the biggest one where I was just like, what is that?
Have you actually looked back and seen what it was now?
I did, yeah, afterwards.
Yeah.
But it's like a one and done villain, basically.
Yeah. That was my origin story all about. Just one of the villains, just introduce them. Say hello. So come and say hello quickly before we end. Rockaruku and Eleanor's not feeling very well, bless her. So she's well, you guardian Telly downstairs. Yeah. Okay.
Just before we wrap, I wanted to ask: are you gonna actually finish Agatha?
Oh yeah,
okay.
100%.
Okay.
I'm hooked. I'm in. I am all in. Honestly, you would not believe how many times I have listened to them 2 songs on my Spotify playlist. They are on the repeat, on my repeated playlist. I just love them. Honestly, if anybody's watching me bike to work, I'm just biking it down, 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 down. Honestly, I'm hooked. Hooked 100%. I'm well happy with it.
I could not. Again, I didn't even bother with episode 4 because I was like, yeah, it's exactly like episode 3. It's another trial. If this is all it is the whole time, I'm done. So I'll see what happens in the finale. But I'm
hoping I've called it right. I think because you'll have, like I said in the last thing, my last review of the episode. You'll have a trial for Agatha, you'll have a trial for the Earth Witch, Rio, and then you'll have a trial for the Clairvoyant. And then the last 2 episodes on Halloween, you'll have the revelation of Wanda being alive still, or Wanda being brought back.
We'll see.
I'm calling it. I'm getting my Kevin Feige in it. I'm calling that.
That would be my prediction as well. That they'd have to do something with Wanda and reveal who the teen is, as we like. It's the worst kept secret from that show is that he's Billy. But they could completely flip it on us, and then everyone will get mad. Like this is trash. Like they did it with WandaVision because Mephisto wasn't in it, so they were like, this is the worst show. You guys are stupid. You had an opportunity right there. Yeah, internet is stupid.
I liked WandaVision as well. I did like WandaVision. I thought it was all right. First few episodes were a bit struggle, but the rest of them, I got into it again. I told you, I'm just a sucker for punishments, aren't I? I'm easily pleased. So.
Have you started Penguin yet?
No, I've not been able to manage to get that yet. Me and the old man are going to sit down either tonight or tomorrow, because obviously somebody has been through 2 ear infections and now I believe throat infections as well and that lot. It's been a lot of trips to the doctors and medicine and not a nice child, bless her. So yeah, it's been a bit of a crap couple of weeks and that sort of thing. But it's already on Series Link. I've already convinced the old man to watch it as well and that lot with me. So we're gonna get down to that as well. So
it's a completely like a huge tone shift from Agatha to
Oh
Penguin. So,
yeah, I can just imagine that. To be honest,
but it's really well done so far.
and
So
I'm not on my own. The old man couldn't stand the Batman as well, so I'll be happy with that.
I still like I get people's opinions, but at a certain point, I'm like, how can you not like something that great?
I just can't, my friend. Let's
All right,
right,
well, I
yeah.
guess
Anyway,
we'll
yeah,
end it there.
yeah,
So yeah, that was my phase 4. So next week there won't be anything because
yeah.
you've got some things going on. But the week after, we'll do your phase 4, and then after that, like obviously we'll keep everyone updated if like something comes up. But then we'll do both our phase 5s because that's how we did it in the other one. And then we'll do like each of our phase 6s separately because those are huge.
Big boys.
Yeah, so those will be their own. So basically, for the next
Yeah, about a month
four
or so.
weeks,
Yeah.
yeah. So I guess from a month from now, I guess we'd be just wrapping up our another franchise, I guess. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, we'll keep everyone updated if things come up, and yeah, well, we appreciate everyone joining in. I can't wait to show what comes next in mine. I can't wait to see what you've got in yours. And we will see you all in 2 weeks. So
Oh, before you leave,
oh, that's right.
You got anything coming up this week?
I don't have anything planned. Again, I'm trying to manage a lot of my schoolwork and all that. But yeah, I'll see if I can get a clip out of this. It might be a bit difficult, but I might get the icebreaker or a little discussion at the end. But yeah, so I'll try to get something out for that by the end of the week. But you got anything coming on yours soon?
Let's see, we've got another Lego Avengers coming out tonight. We're pretty much near the end of the very first Marvel film, and you'll see the birth of the Avengers in that episode. And obviously, on Friday, as always, we will have Agatha All Along review of episode 5, and yeah. I'm loving it, so yeah, I'm good.
Well, they've still got one viewer on Disney Plus watching it, so I don't know anyone else that's watching it. So
Oh, really?
yeah,
Apart from Sheena, because he's obviously not a Marvel orientated at all, bless him. But me, old girl, old man, Eleanor, even tried to get Simone in it, and Simone's a bit like, oh, this ain't bad. So we've got a household here. We're fully in.
well, that's good. But yeah, I guess we'll end it there. So we'll see everyone in 2 weeks, and thank you all for joining. So we'll see you then.
Thanks a lot, guys. See you in a bit.